Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the In the Hub podcast. Today, I'm bringing back Phillip Neighbour, Chief Operating Officer at PlayBox Technology, to talk about our brand new integrated playout solution, Airbox Mega ICX. Airbox Mega ICX features a simplified user interface, a future-proofed feature set, and an easy-to-use web browser-based virtual ecosystem. We really hope that you'll give it a try, and you can take advantage of a free trial by visiting our website at playboxtechnology.com. Simply head towards the marketplace and you'll see the options to download Airbox Mega ICX there. We really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Right, so obviously welcome to the podcast, Philip. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. And thank you for inviting me back.
No, of course. Yeah, thanks for coming back on. I feel, we kind of had to bring you back on, obviously, with the release of Mega ICX.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time for us. I'm just really surprised how many people have actually downloaded Mega ICX. You know, as you know, but maybe some of the listeners don't know, this is the first time that you've been able to download a PlayBox application, not have to use dongles, and run it straight away from your web browser.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's truly exciting. Some of the feedback we've been getting off customers as well is absolutely fantastic. It's really positive to see. And obviously, like I was saying, I wanted to get you on the podcast today. Obviously, Mega ICX is a brand new platform for PlayBox. And will kind of form the foundations of our playout solutions going forwards. But for those guys who don't already know and are kind of listening to this episode, could you just give us a bit of background on some of the solutions that PlayBox has provided over the last 20 years to the broadcasting industry?
Yeah. So, as most of you will know, PlayBox just specializes in designing software-based playout systems. We're well known for the channel in the box, or for our American friends, integrated playout. That's where all of the applications work in one box seamlessly together, which, PlayBox was the company who invented the technology. I can remember in the early days, people just used to laugh when you would say, we can do all of your broadcast from this one server. And people wouldn't take it seriously. And then we got a few people who said, okay, we'll give it a try. And from there, it just blossomed. We now have so many installations across the world. I do believe that for integrated playout, we are the market leader. So the core software dates back almost 20 years. And over that period of time, we have been developing it. We listen to what the customers are asking for. And then for the next release and the releases after that, we integrate those requests. But we've now come to a time where we can't really push the Neo platform much further.
Yeah.
Without trying to upset people. It's like we have stuff hanging on with sellotape in the source code. Okay, so we've been aware of this for about 3 years, and we actually started a project almost 3 years ago where we were talking to the customers to try to find out what the customers wanted. We realized that we had to change the Neo platform. So what we did is we started from the ground up. There were some interesting things that came out of this. We didn't realize that in a virtualized environment or in data centers, dongles were causing lots of problems for our customers. As opposed to helping our customers, we were hindering them. So, many of the people in the marketplace say that they, have a cloud-based playout, including ourselves. But these are old systems which people can use on a VM in a virtualized environment, but they're not really designed for cloud operations. So what we did is we threw everything away we started from scratch. I will tell those people out there, if software developers tell you a project is only going to take 12 months, put at least another 24 months on top of that. It's a slow process. And then once you have, basis of the product, you send it to customers to test. And for some reason, customers can find out loads more bugs than you can, because everybody seems to use it differently. So it's just, an ongoing process until you can actually release a product. As you would have seen from the Neighbour ICX trial download, we started off with version 1 in a very short period of time, with people trying the application, doing different things to what we expected. We are about to release the 1.03 version of the product with enhancements. And I'd like to thank everybody who's actually been sending feedback to us. But, so as I was saying earlier on, lots of people in the broadcast industry manufacture playout systems and say they're designed for virtual environments, but they're not really. So we literally started from the ground and started manufacturing software. At the same time, we had to look at a platform that was suitable for both virtual and also in the box, because we find that in some territories, customers want a dedicated server. So we're now in a position where we can offer an on-prem solution, or 100% cloud-based, which you can go to Amazon and use straight away if you wish to, should you wish to have an immediate service. And also hybrid cloud. So it's where you've got part of the system on your premises, a part distributed across a private and a public cloud network. The architecture is different from what we've done historically. We have a distributive architecture which aids resilience. So you can use the cloud to get your disaster recovery, to have a resilient playout solution. It's really your choice. One of the interesting feedbacks from our customers is that they wanted to interface into third-party products. At first, we thought this was an issue because the way that we have designed Neighbour ICX is to use a Chromium-based browser. So, which has been very useful. If because of the pandemic that we have, if you're working from home, you can just fire up any laptop and control your playout system. You can do everything from home. But people wanted to interface third-party products. We are, as PlayBox, are really good at doing the playout side, but there's bits that you can go outside of PlayBox and buy. So we're not going to try and reinvent the wheel. So we've incorporated an enterprise service bus, or as our technical friends would call it, an ESB, which enables different vendors' software to communicate with the playout and control it all from the same place. So our implementation has been designed for broadcasters with a lot of input from broadcasters. It's a lightweight ESB, and what we've been able to do is be able to put together a load of microservices on the microservice bus and pull these APIs in, and then convert those so you can use those on your browser. So everything is straight in front of you. I'm not sure, but I don't believe that many other companies are doing this. So if you want to integrate your billing system or any other form of management system, it's relatively straightforward, to loosely couple everything together. And if you have a problem with one system, it doesn't affect your on-air service, the playout service. And that's, that has taken, quite a bit of time to develop. You also have to predict what the standards are going forward. So we have developed a very modular based system, which our R&D guys can add various changes to specifications at relatively short uh, notice. So we got a platform which we believe will last as long as the historical Neo platform, which is approximately 20 years when we came out with the first Airbox. Um, it's it's like, how do you replace the Beetle? It's a standard. So many are out. People are using Beetles and they love Beetles, and we found that because our first version of the graphical user interface, was totally different from the existing Neo. Feedback was, "Oh, we want to keep this," So we have. It's not identical, but the features that people wanted are now available on the home page. It's straight there. But it's also surprising that how many features are that we over the years have put in the product that aren't used. So we've cut that down, and I'm sure somebody somewhere will say, but I wanted this and I want that.
Yeah.
You can't please all of the people, but we're trying to please
Well, we
most
try to.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also stuff inside the box that enables you to have multiple frame rates. So depending on the region, I would say you could do both NTSC and PAL at the same time from the same box. And the choice is all down to the customer. It is a platform that lends itself to customization. We spend an awful lot of time looking at workflows and the way that people use the product. Layout is extremely user friendly. Please take a look. Please download it and take a look and let us know your comments. And we will respond to those comments because the user is very important to us.
Yeah. No, I think just picking out a few of the things there that you've obviously spoke about. I think obviously this whole user feedback element is a major core of the new product, isn't it? So even through the development, the research, and then obviously in this now testing phase and free trial phase, it's all about getting as much feedback as we can and letting that inform the product, isn't it?
But it's like the original beta version. We didn't have the .ply playlist facility. We just wanted to create a JSON playlist, which we felt gave more flexibility.
Yeah.
But due to the feedback, we have also incorporated .ply playlist.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, there's going to be people who will obviously love this kind of previous way of working, and it's a good thing that we can obviously identify that and scale back if needed.
Yes.
Or include that extra functionality moving forwards. I just from what you were saying, obviously it's massively exciting prospect.
It is, but also what we didn't realize as just a playout manufacturer is that the integration of business-based software systems is very important. We don't really look at how you do the billings and how you go back to the people who are advertising with you, who want to see all the records and how you bill for those services. So that's really what the bus, the ESB is there for. Just to make your life easier, so you can put that middleware in there, and you can see what's happening. Also with OTT, it will integrate into a lot of different OTT systems, so you can get all the statistical information which advertisers love to have, and you can understand your clients' behavior in a lot better manner. And it gives a lot more possibilities to how you do your redundancy, how you're managing active on-air services, and how you do servicing, the actual product updates and such like, without actually taking the product or the whole of your infrastructure off air. Yeah, so it's yeah, I think it's going to be very useful for our clients, and there is a lot in there. What I didn't realize is that even the guys have put in DVEs. They bury it away inside DVEs, so you can do lots of stuff. You can do multiple pictures, and it's going to be a very flexible platform. Yes, yeah. And as I play around with it, I find more and more out about the platform, which, you know what R&D guys, development guys are like. They have an idea and they hide it and see if anybody finds it.
It's massively satisfying, isn't it, when you find that? So.
It is. So, once you have it, on this trial version, play with it, see what it does. Now, I have to tell you, just in case you think there's something wrong, it won't go to air. Okay, so the trial version is limited. Should you wish to take something to air, come and talk to us, and we will sort out a temporary license to enable you to buy it in real anger. The reason that we have stopped people taking stuff to air, we found 2 or 3 companies were actually using it for ad hoc services and charging their clients. So we thought we'd stop that.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair enough. Obviously, yeah, it's good to give these people a try, and basically just let them kind of experience, the future of play out through our eyes, essentially.
Yeah.
And let them have a play. So, if you kind of had to deliver an elevator pitch for Mega ICX, and you had to sell it in a few sentences to someone, what would be those main kind of benefits that you'd pick out? What would you say to someone?
I believe that Mega ICX is a future-proof platform. The software is on the one hand brand new. It's based on 20 plus years of PlayBox experience and almost a year of beta testing and being used in live real applications. If you're looking for something that will last you and see you through multiple system changes, standards changes, and you're not sure whether you want to be based in the cloud or you want to be on-prem, it's totally flexible. I really do believe it is the next generation of cloud, and should be more successful than the Neo product.
100%.
But then again, it took VW a long time, to replace the Beetle, and that's the way I see this, is that we have such a loyal, vast customer base. It's going to be a gradual process of migrating people to Mega.
Yeah. And obviously, a few people don't like change. A few people really embrace it in this industry. That's something that I've found.
Yeah.
And really, just about giving people a go, seeing what they think.
The most important thing is, you have to keep the content feeding the television at home, because if you don't do that, you're losing your advertising revenue. And this should be our most reliable platform that we've ever developed.
Yes, 100%. And something I just wanted to pick out there as well, Phil, is this whole thing of broadcasters, both big and small, moving away from on-premises infrastructure and moving things to the cloud. So whether that be kind of storage, play out, or the entire transmission process. Do you think it's still important to cater to both of these people going forward?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. If you'd asked me that question 18 months, 2 years ago, I would say everybody's moving into the cloud. In reality, people have tried the cloud. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I believe the cloud will be the future. But if you look at different territories, some countries, there isn't the infrastructure to do cloud play out. So for us, it's very important that you have a product that can be based in a PC, where you have all of the different modules all together. or you have the flexibility to have it in the cloud or a hybrid version of that. So if you buy Mega today, you can at some point in the future move it 100% into a virtualized cloud-based playout system, or you can stick with stuff on-prem, or you can go for the hybrid solution. And I do really believe that the hybrid solution will be the future, because it's probably cheaper, more cost effective to have stuff in-house and just use the cloud for the bits that you need.
No, I completely agree there, Phil. I think it's like you were saying a couple of years ago, the trajectory was obviously lots of people moving to cloud-based things and moving their infrastructure up there. So at the time, yeah, it would have been really hard to picture a future that didn't involve the cloud in a massive way. But like you're saying, we're still seeing customers come through really valuing their on-premises presence, and the cost savings that brings and things like that. So yeah, I think it's absolutely crucial to cater to both of those sides, as you were saying. And then just to finish up on Phil, so thank you obviously for giving us all this information about Mega ICX and telling us all this exciting kind of information about the product. But in one word, what do you think is the future of Playout?
Oh, definitely future of Playout is cloud-based. It's got to be flexibility, and it's got to be resilient. But I personally believe it will all move into the cloud. Maybe not this year or next year, but in 5 years' time, it will certainly all be cloud-based.
And just to kind of recap, guys, and finish up on, obviously you can download Airbox Mega ICX from our website at playboxtechnology.com. Just head over to the marketplace and you'll see a sub-menu option there to download the free trial. And again, do let us know what you think of the software. Do get in touch and let us know if there's features you'd like to see, any issues you come across, anything like that. It's crucially important for us to get your feedback as broadcasters and channel operators and streamers, because I think you can agree, Phil, that'll kind of guide us going forwards.
Yeah. I mean, your input is invaluable to us. Okay, without you, we can't do it. So we're really grateful for our loyal customers. We're really grateful for the feedback that you give us, and we do come back to you, and we do discuss these things and talk them through. So yeah, please keep continuing sending us requests, and we will do our best to integrate those.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fantastic note to end on, and obviously thank you, Phil, for taking the time to speak with me today.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you guys, to the audience of this podcast, obviously, for listening to this episode. And hopefully we'll see you with Mega ICX soon and respond to some of your feedback. Right, so thank you very much, Phil.
Thank you.